We're not politically correct, we just have common sense.
Unscripted, unfiltered, unfaltering. Show of Support's Hunt for Heroes offers tributes and true stories of remarkable courage.
If these terrorists could come in your bedroom, they'd kill you, your wife, and your kids. And that's what these men are fighting to protect us from, these murdering idiots. And they're taking them out so that we don't have to deal with them over here.
Show of Support started it all just after the shock and awe bound a nation together. Now, years of footage portraying wounded veterans, deer stands, and standing ovations. Hunt for Heroes, that started as one man's way to say thanks, is now a series that many say is way overdue.
I ain't never felt like that before, and I want to feel that again.
It's just a raw emotion.
They left us being loved and being honored for the heroes that they are.
We still have 40,000 injured troops.
If you threaten our people and our way of life, we will find you wherever you may be hiding, in the place you feel most safe, and we'll kill you in your own bedroom. Thank you for being a country worth fighting for. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
It's going to take a while to get around all of them, but there's no quitting. It'll never stop as long as I'm breathing.
Hey Clayton, will you come break some grass for me?
Yes, I will.
This, just right here. Yeah, that one right there. There we go.
It was crazy. And we turned down a lot of big bucks, bigger bucks than, than one I shot. But for the most part, I am very, very pleased and happy, and I'll remember this for the rest of my life, sure.
It's a celebration bathed by morning sun, yet secluded miles and miles away in the West Texas desert. Hunting guide Clay Wade Williams and expert long-range spotter Clayton Carpenter are still working to catch their breath on this high-altitude steep slope. It's been a long and exhausting morning, working to get American combat hero Ramiro Flores his first desert mule deer. It's a well-earned photo session after several days covering hundreds of miles. December mule deer season is the only time this hunting camp comes to life. Ramiro's hunt began as they all do here in the High Lonesome Ranch. A warm afternoon departure with a guide and a spotter. The first day out, Clay Wade is at the wheel, and Ramiro is nervous about his spotter. He can't figure out how in the world a two-star Marine general is serving as his set of expert eyes. Bob Hollingsworth has spent many hours scanning the broken landscape and twisted canyons to catch the flick of an eye or the tip of an antler.
I've had spotters, I had a guide. The way they organized it was awesome, and it's just, I loved it. I loved it. Everybody's ready, screaming, we're ready to go hunting. It's just the boys hanging out, doing what we do best, and that's going and shooting that animal of our dreams. I've gone hunting with my dad and family since I was about 5 years old. With deployments and all that stuff, I've never been able to actively hunt as much as I wanted to, so I've missed out on a lot of hunting. Sun was out, it was nice and hot. I mean, it's beautiful, the wind, there's a light breeze about 5 miles an hour. We went to a section where we saw a good shooter. So as we're driving along, we went back to where we saw a big buck and about 6 to 7 doe. And we were driving in the low ground, and as we were rising, coming up to the higher ground, right over to our 11 o'clock on the hill, there he is. I mean, a monster buck just staring right at us. It was about 170 yards, and it was right behind a cactus.
Look at that, that's beautiful.
Clay Wade, he spotted that deer, and my heart's pounding already because we've been looking for that deer and we saw it, and I knew hey, it's my time, because a couple of guys already shot deer and I was getting a little anxious and I wanted to get my deer. But when we saw it, I knew, and I knew it was time. And he said, "Okay, go ahead, take your shot." But the sun was in our face. You know, it was 170 yards, and the cactus was in the way.
Can you see him?
Clay Wade figures as long as the doe doesn't spook, they have a chance to hike in closer. Still trying to get the sun out of Ramiro's eyes. Seems with every step the group takes, the buck only moves into a worse position. Then the sight they all hated to see. That buck spooked, running across the open floor of this unforgiving desert.
It just played in my head over and over and over. And I could only, I mean, what do you do? That's hunting. You know, sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't, I guess.
Ramiro Flores' first taste of hunting the desert, a wide open yet concealing place where lessons are sometimes taught with a cruel result. Next time they'll move sooner, forget the sun, and do anything not to see a buck sprint for higher ground after slipping out of their grasp. For the next few days, Ramiro will see a lot of this country, where winter is making its presence known. But afternoons are reserved for autumn, even here in this dry, dusty, desolate expanse of hard knocks.
This reminds me of home. It's southern Idaho. You got sagebrush everywhere and rolling hills and rock. I didn't know where we were going. As I flew into Texas, I saw nothing but oil fields, and I was like, how am I going to shoot a deer in the oil fields and whatnot? But as soon as I arrived to Midland, we had a 3-hour drive. We surpassed the oil fields, and here we are. There's no oil around or anything like that. But this camp right here, I mean, this is a hunter's dream.
A heartfelt surprise from the man who founded the show of support, Hunt for Heroes, and the incredible combat story of one hero, coming up next.
At the western edge of legendary Texas Hill Country, after 8 years of intensive wildlife management, Lonesome Dove Ranch offers trophy deer hunts for the upcoming fall season. Lonesome Dove Ranch, where each hunt is one-on-one with a spacious lodge, Texas-style meals, and opportunities for rifle or archery hunts. See our website at huntlonesomedove.com and make plans to join us for this first season of Texas whitetail hunting at its best. huntlonesomedove.com.
What's your message? Century Graphics and Sign in Midland can help you convey it. Century Graphics and Sign offers the very best in screen printing, interior and exterior signs, embroidery, custom vinyl graphics, helping you increase safety, promoting your company, showing your school spirit, helping you look cool. Century Graphics and Sign, 501 West Industrial in Midland. Find us on the web at centurygs.com or like us on Facebook.
Today's business owners don't really want technology. They want solutions to their problems. And sometimes that looks like technology, but other times it's simply a great banker. At Security Bank, sure, we keep up with the latest banking technologies that let you bank anywhere, anytime, but from smartphone to tablet, we've got you covered with real service from real bankers who work as hard as you do. We're Security Bank. Solutions.
It's a well-known fact the people of West Texas know the importance of hard work, determination, and drive. For years, TCO Field Services has been a part of the expanding petroleum industry. Another well-known fact is the admiration West Texans have for America's troops. Plain and simple, military heroes don't have a better friend than the hard-working folks in West Texas. At TCO, we never lose sight of the job done by our military, keeping us safe here in West Texas.
I don't know how to say thanks. You know, I mean, this is awesome. It kind of hits me a little bit because, I mean, I've always been a person to help others out, you know, and I'm a sergeant first class in the Army, And I'm used to getting my guys gear, getting them the best weapon, getting them chow, getting them medical supplies, just taking care of everybody. That's just the way I am. When they give us our gear for the first time, the first thing they gave us was a rifle, and they gave us a backpack full of goodies. I mean, a rifle. I've never, can't even imagine, you know, and they gave me a Ruger 25-06, and it has been, I mean, it's been awesome. They've squared me away with boots, socks, everything from toe to head. I mean, they've squared me away with all the gear that I've needed. I can't thank these guys enough. They've squared me away with, I mean, more than just their friendship, open arms coming into this camp, and now all this gear. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop from the day that you arrive to the day you leave.
In this hunting camp, Ramiro Flores shares the campfire with 3 other heroes, plus the show of support crew and the guides and spotters here at the High Lonesome Ranch. By the light of the moon and hissing lanterns, bathed by the warmth of a mesquite campfire, the people assembled are about to hear a first-hand, unedited account of what it's like to wear the uniform and feel the impact of fierce battle.
Everybody gather around real quick.
Well, last night they had us introduce ourselves a little more formally, I guess, and tell our story, where we come from, what we've done, and how we got hurt. You know, soldiers practice OPSEC, you know, and making sure that we don't tell too much so stuff doesn't leak out in the media and whatnot. However, due to the fact that they have gone above and beyond to take care of me and give me this opportunity, I felt I needed to open up. I didn't break any OPSEC violation or anything like that, any security, but I did open up to these guys and tell them, you know, what I've done in the Army and how I got hurt. I felt I owed it to them. Heart's beating, kind of like when we saw that deer today. With a little bit of buck fever going on right now. No, hey, I'm Ramiro Flores. I'm currently in the Army. I'm a Sergeant First Class. Been in for 18 plus years. I grew up, you know, as a migrant kid working out in the fields and whatnot, and I managed to graduate high school and college and play some college baseball and join the Army. I became infantry, you know, went straight to airborne and became a Ranger. Immediately after that, I was a sniper in the 2nd Ranger Battalion. I've been in combat about 4.5 years of my time, you know. The residual effects of that is being married 3 times, of course. It's hard to keep relationships, and also getting 2 Failure to Duck awards, which is your Purple Heart. I got 2 of those suckers. Yeah, and I guess my story is I was in Mosul, and I was always you know, I had some great guys, you know, great guys, and we were a high-speed, you know, squad, infantry squad and whatnot. Well, we go out and exit the wire, and I'm the lead vehicle, and IEDs, like these guys mentioned, are huge out there. They'll do anything. They'll put IEDs in tires, IEDs and dead donkeys on the side of the road, IEDs on people. 2 weeks into it, it's that one time I didn't say anything. Boom, this big IED. That there's nothing left of the Toyota, from what the other vehicles tell me. And so, I mean, we're blown up. I can't see. I got sweat all over me, and we're doing our checks. You know, hey, you know, everybody's got to give their checks to make sure that I know that they're good. So, you know, Babernick up, Sutton up, you know, Purdy up, Castle up, and I don't hear the voices of some of my guys, you know. You know, if it wasn't for my gunner taking shrapnel to his shoulder, losing half his shoulder, it was right next to my face. But all this shrapnel came, and I mean, it wasn't sweat, it was nothing but blood, and the guys were like, stop. They had to literally pull me and take care of me. But I was amped up, you know, the adrenaline starts going. I get up, looking for enemy, and then sure enough, another suicide vehicle, Suburban, just rams our vehicle and just blows us up. But that one really ruined me for the rest of my life. But no, the residual effects of combat really affects you, and The things that I'm proud of is I joined the Army doing exactly what I wanted to do, and that's to be a sniper and to shoot guns, you know, and I've been very fortunate to be a sniper for 16 years. I married my high school sweetheart, and now she's awesome. She's my better half. You guys, man, you guys are like family. You know what I'm saying? You guys, from the very moment we arrived at the airport, Bob, old General, you know. Yeah, old General. I'm sorry. Hey, I meant OLE, yeah. No, he greeted me. It was awesome. And you guys, I met all you guys, either shook hands with you or hugged you or whatever. And I mean, all the stuff you guys are giving us, this is awesome. For you guys to do this for us, man, it's hard. It's hard to say thanks enough, you know. So,
Thanks.
I got an applause, and everyone gave me hugs and shook my hand and everything. And it was just, like I said, everyone here greeted us with open arms and continues to do it. It's been a great feeling, you know.
The people gathered here know they're in the presence of pure greatness. This is an exclusive campfire, not a place for so-called celebrities or overpaid sports figures. The 4 combat veterans standing by these flames are America's best. That's what this compound of tents is for, way out in the West Texas desert. As the hours pass, the moon and the fading embers tell everyone that morning comes early, as does the brutal cold. Show of support, Hunt for Heroes continues. Combat hero Tony Hernandez makes a heroic return to camp with a great West Texas mule deer buck.
And he spotted it at like 4 o'clock. I mean, it's pretty far back, and he saw it, crept up around the back corner of it. And,
Tony's guide and spotters relish this moment in the midday sun after a cold, windy morning.
I'm so glad he got a deer. He's from the city, and he's probably the only thing he's ever shot, and I guarantee you he is so excited to shoot that buck.
The High Lonesome Ranch goes on for miles and miles in this unending desert, where the altitude rises for some of the best views in Texas. Mule deer make a good living out here, a feat unmatched by so many other species. As the days go by, so many bucks appear on the lofty heights and plunging depths. Some of these bucks are tempting to put in the crosshairs, but the Williams family is quick to point out that they will never shoot a buck that isn't obviously a fully mature buck. Headgear notwithstanding, they shoot only the old ones.
This morning, I didn't want to get out of bed because it was super cold. Everyone kept saying, hey, it's going to be super cold riding in that Jeep, but I dressed up and whatnot.
Spotter Clayton Carpenter has the uncanny ability to pick out a buck from the long morning shadows before the sun ever makes an appearance. He vows to not let a good buck get away, like what happened a few days ago.
I didn't get that big 8 to 10 point. I've never seen anything that big up close live, and I wanted it so bad, and I just kept thinking about it and was hoping that I would find something, you know, similar to that. We drove for about a good, I would say 30-45 minutes and nothing. Finally, we seen about 3 doe, so I was like, okay, there's more deer over here, and if there's doe right now, it seems like there's a buck with every group of does, and finally we seen a nice shooter, and I was excited. But once Clayton Wade gave me the green light to go ahead and shoot this deer, we all got out of the vehicle, and there was a tree with a Y. I set up. I can't believe all this patience is going on. Waiting and being patient, just, and my heart pounding. I'm ready to go.
The buck has some does close by. The guys wait for just the right angle. But it seems the buck has other plans. For a sniper, the next shot at a distance would be easy, but Ramiro doesn't chance it. He has to wait for a broadside.
All of a sudden, it started taking off.
Seems the does have spooked, and the buck is putting even more real estate between him and the hunter.
Oh, my heart just dropped because, I mean, it went from a 150-yard shot to now I don't even know if I'll see this deer again.
American combat hero Ramiro Flores missed a lot of hunting opportunities with his time in Iraq and Afghanistan over the years. For the last few days, he has crisscrossed the West Texas desert searching for a mature mule deer buck. There was that one way up on the slope with the sun in Ramiro's eyes. It was a buck that vanished without a trace, until several minutes later when they spotted the buck high-tailing it to the far side of the High Lonesome Ranch. Then on the final morning of his hunt, spotter Clayton Carpenter spots a mature buck that sends Ramiro and Clay Wade Williams scrambling for the shooting sticks and their rifles to make their move. Then after a long period, waiting for the buck to offer a shot, he takes off.
Clay Wade reassured me, and he's like, hey, hurry up, we're gonna keep moving. I promise you're gonna get another shot at it. And so I believe him. And that's what we do, and we continue to move. So as we're moving along, trying to maneuver on this deer that we can't even see anymore, eventually the terrain, the way it was laid out, looking up, we knew we were going to see it because there's no way for it to run or unless it climbed over the mountain. However, as we were maneuvering, we got a better field of view. Yeah, I got him, I got him, I got him. I happened to spot it this time, and there it was with three doe, and it's given me a broadside shot. We set up on a tree, and once again I'm in this great opportunity. I knew this time I'm not gonna miss. In my crosshairs.
Right when Ramiro puts pressure on the trigger, the buck moves.
As I took the shot, I hit the deer right where I wanted to. I hit him once. However, these big bucks, they don't go down. So I knew I had to get another shot in him. Waiting to get the second shot, just waiting for that moment. At this point, I've already been committed. I've already hit the animal, and waiting for that second shot it's a rough feeling because you know you hit it, however, you don't want it to get away. And you get pretty anxious, your heart starts pumping, and you're ready to shoot it.
That thing is a monster. He's down, he's down. There you go, Joe. Good shot, Bubba. Good shot. Good job, Bubba. Congratulations.
Hell of a shot.
What an animal. Wow, he gave us a walk, didn't he?
Oh, heart's pounding like crazy.
Good
Holy
job.
smokes.
I was worried that doe was going to run him off. We weren't going to get another shot at it.
Here he is, right here.
There he is.
There he is, Bubba.
Oh, man. It's like almost like a non-typical.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Look at that.
Holy.
That's an old man right there, Bubba.
Look at the size of his neck.
Yeah. Look at the old nose starting to roaming out.
Oh, man. I'm a very sentimental person, and I will have our pictures right there on the wall, you know, and I'll always remember this.
Beautiful.
And hopefully someday, you know, with Facebook,
there you go.
We check in once in a while.
Yeah.
3 men on a mountain with a mountain of memories to take home. One American combat hero with the biggest deer he's ever killed. It's been a long hunt with its ups and downs, but this sunny morning in the desert, everything pays off and culminates in a celebration of everything wild. Once again, we are reminded of the saying, this is hunting's finest hour.
What this trip has meant for me, I can't explain it enough. I can't thank people enough. This has been an awesome opportunity. This buck that they gave me, I'm gonna have that with the pictures that we took just to remember this for the rest of my life.